My people, another kasala don burst for inside court today. Court scatter. Come and see show obedient. A lot happened in the court today as the judge come out to blast Tinubu's lawyer. The judge condemn and blast the actions of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's lawyer, including Tinubu himself today. You know, it has been some while now in the tribunal where Tinubu's lawyer have been doing a particular shit, and the judge caught them today for doing this trick against the Labour Party, and the judge sit them down, blast them and labos them. I would like to stay connected to the end of this video. We are recording live from the tribunal right now. What is going on in the court? That's what you want to checkmate in this video now. So just stay connected. You will see the video yourself. Just stay connected. If you can share this video, ensure you click the share button, and if you can't share it, just like it so that YouTube will recommend it. Click the like button, give it a thumb up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. So then stay connected. Coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you that are coming across this channel for the very first time, maybe due to this video you're watching on your video screen right now, ensure you click the resolution button on your video screen, and don't forget, click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new update, a new video, YouTube will let you know. A big thanks to all our returning subscribers. Don't worry, I won't mention them because I have a large number of subscribers. So out of 41,000 subscribers plus, how many names did I want to mention? But a big shout out to you all my returning subscribers. I identify you all. The update I have for you today is still regarding what is happening in the political zone. You know, the show between Peter Obi and Tinubu is not here. This show is a day-to-day show, you understand? So Peter Obi is in the tribunal since when they conducted the election on the 25th of February. A lot of things happened in the course of the election. I believe a lot of us know what happened in the course of the election. The voters' intimidation, all of that, underage voting, and all of that took place in the course of the election. So that is why Peter Obi is in court, try to reclaim his mandate. But when Peter Obi is in court, a lot of things keep happening in the court. You know, I've showcased to you a lot of videos where a lot of things are happening in the court. You can check my previous videos on this channel. You will see a lot and you'll be updated about what is happening in the tribunal right now, what Labour Party is going through in the tribunal. But in this very video, I'm going to show you what is happening in the tribunal live right now. The judge have finally blasted Tinubu's lawyers today. Tinubu and INEC lawyer are in trouble in the tribunal right now because Peter Obi's lawyer are having upper hand due to the evidence that they tendering in the court. You know, whenever Peter Obi's Labour Party lawyer tender evidences in court, the day-to-day activity, the work and the responsibility of APC and INEC lawyer is to be objecting the motion. They object the evidence of Labour Party lawyer a lot. Instead of them to come out with their own evidence, they keep objecting Peter Obi's evidence. They keep objecting Labour Party's evidence. And mind you, whenever Peter Obi wants to go to court, it is a big van and a big car that they used to carry all their evidences to court. Labour Party have a lot of evidence that it is very much to the extent that it is van that is carried into the court, and they will stock everything in the tribunal. So whenever the judge asks them to bring out this evidence, the APC lawyer keep objecting the motion, and by so doing, this is a trick that they are using to be delaying the process. They are using this trick of objecting the motion to delay Peter Obi's lawyer. So their plan is to disorder the evidence of Peter Obi, to disorder and disorganize it. And the judge come to the knowledge of that today. That is why the judge stopped them and he blasted them in court. I would like you to stay connected to the end of this video because I want to show you the video of how everything goes now. Just stay connected. You are going to hear from Tribunal Live. Coming back again.
Similar to last week, Levi Uzoku appeared to be leading today's proceedings on behalf of the Labour Party. She began by introducing another Labour Party counsel, Peter Afaba, SAN, to the judge. Afaba then sought permission from the judge to present additional evidence. He respectfully stated, "My lord, we most respectfully apply for tender forms EC40 GEO from Niger State. We have 10 local government areas with a total of 45 forms. We also seek to tender 5 reports from that state." As expected, the APC and INEC immediately objected to the submission of these documents as evidence. However, in line with previous instances during the presentation of evidence, the judges allowed the documents to be admitted and marked as exhibits. Once this matter was settled, the Labour Party proceeded to submit more evidence. The council expressed, "My lord, may we now proceed to Osun State, specifically the 7 local government areas listed on page 6 of the schedule for forms EC40GBO. Predictably, the respondents raised their objections once again. The INEC lawyer addressed the judge saying, "My lord, may you permit me and some of my colleagues to leave the courtroom. We have just been served with all these documents from the case this afternoon, and we haven't had a chance to review them. It is essential that we examine them urgently before the proceedings. These documents are numerous and quite heavy." The presiding judge granted the INEC counsel's request and allowed them to leave the courtroom. The documents being referred to by the INEC counsel are those brought into the courtroom by the Atiku Abubakar team, whose presentation is scheduled to commence later in the afternoon. It is evident that INEC is concerned about the legal trouble the commission has found itself. Each passing day, they become increasingly aware of the gravity of the trouble they have brought upon the country by failing to adhere to the processes and procedures they promised Nigerians during the elections. If they had done the right thing, Nigerians would have embarked on a new chapter of confidence, hope, and optimism regardless of the election's outcome. However, they choose to subject everyone to this nonsense they are now calling an election. And now they complain that the evidence of their fraud is too much. Truly astonishing. Continuing onward, the Labour Party concluded the tendering of their evidence and sought permission to present additional evidence, specifically from Osun State. The Labour Party Council respectfully stated, "My lord, we have 15 copies of forms EC40G for 8 local government areas in Osun State." The presiding judge granted the permission and the evidence was admitted. Subsequently, the Labour Party Council submitted forms ECG41 from the 12 local government areas in Edo State. Once again, the usual suspects, that is the INEC and the APC, protested, but this time only mildly. At this junction, the judge mildly admonished the Labour Party team, remarking that the documents appear to be disorganized. However, the Labour Party legal team informed the judge that they wish to preserve the documents in the state they received them from INEC. In other words, they wanted the judge to witness the disorderly manner in which INEC presented the documents to the petitioners, all in an attempt to waste their time. Obviously, the intention of INEC was to divert attention of the petitioners towards organizing the disorderly documents instead of focusing on the case. The judge seemed satisfied with this explanation and admitted the documents into evidence. Next, the Labour Party turned their attention to Sokoto State. The Labour Party Council tendered 52 forms EC40G and submitted 4 reports from 4 local government areas of the state as evidence. Predictably, objections were raised by the respondents, but the presiding judge admitted the documents into evidence. Sokoto State holds particular significance for Labour Party due to 2 reasons. Firstly, despite INEC's claim that the Labour Party received only about 6,568 votes overall, in just one ward, the party garnered nearly 2,000 votes, surpassing both the APC and PDP in that particular ward. This sample evidence raises serious questions regarding the accuracy of the meager 6,500 votes INEC allocated to Labour Party. Furthermore, the state is peculiar because it was believed that the Labour Party could not secure a victory in the north. However, they managed to overwhelmingly defeat both the establishment political parties, that is the APC and the PDP, in the Gaji B ward. Anyways, after the documents from Sokoto State was entered into evidence, the tribunal took a 10-minute break. Following the conclusion of the 10-minute break, the tribunal resumed its section. Labour Party Council Audu Anuga took charge of the proceedings. Despite objections from the APC and INEC, he tendered documents from 21 local government areas of Adamawa State, which were duly entered into evidence. Next, the Labour Party Council drew the court's attention to page 19 of the 7th schedule, which contained illegible forms EC8As from Adamawa State. Considering the unreadable nature of the documents, the Labour Party had requested INEC provide supporting documents. It is these supporting documents that were tendered and now entered into evidence. Shortly thereafter, documents from 20 local government areas in Ogun State were also tendered by the Labour Party Council. Here, the Labour Party Council asked the presiding judge to review page 21 of the 7th schedule. This also relates to the issue of blood and unreadable documents presented to the petitioners by INEC. Again, these documents were tendered and entered into evidence. The judge agreed that the documents, including those from Shagamu, were indeed blood. It is truly surprising how INEC used such unreadable documents to proclaim Bola Tinubu as president. The sheer dishonesty is truly astonishing. Now we get to the part where the APC counsel humiliates himself with frivolous comparisons. He said, "My lord, like the rock that is strong and solid, we..." Presiding judge interrupted him and cut him off, saying, "The rock is not in Nigeria. You want to make an analogy from the Bible." The APC counsel persisted, stating, "That metaphor is applicable to this case, my lord." However, the judge was not swayed by such nonsense and responded, "It is not. Which rock are you solid like? There are other metaphors to use." Realizing that the judge was not entertained by his theatrics, the APC counsel changed his approach and said, "Okay, my lord. As constant as the Northern Star, the fourth respondent stands firm on the decision to object to the so-called January blood document." After this little drama, the judge admitted the document into evidence as requested by the Labour Party. Subsequently, the Labour Party counsel asked the judge to turn to page 16 of the same 7th schedule, which pertained to Ekiti State, and listed various local government areas across page 16 and 17. The Labour Party counsel then formally tendered the document as evidence. Before the judge could enter the documents into evidence, however, the APC counsel, who apparently believes he is funny, remarked, "My lord, our position on this matter is strong and solid as Zuba rock. We stand resolute, objecting to the documents presented and tendered by the petitioners." The presiding judge, seemingly amused by the APC's counsel's error, quipped, "Why not Aso Rock then?" Just in case you're wondering, the supposed APC legal expert was probably trying to reference Zuma Rock, but he mistakenly said Zuba Rock. Why am I not surprised? Can the APC do anything right? Eventually, one of his colleagues realized the mistake and informed the judge, saying, "My colleague is trying to say Zuma and not Zuba Rock." At this point, the judge scolded the APC counsel, saying, "We need to be cautious with jokes we make in court because when they reach social media, they are often interpreted differently. For example, the other day, we referred to Okutaba SAN as a general, and the comments on social media were simply incredible and absurd, not in the way we intended them to be." Moving on to the next set of evidence submissions, the Labour Party counsel proceeded to tender IREF documents from Rivers State. As expected, objections were raised by the respondents, but the documents from 19 local government areas of the state were admitted as evidence. Following that, the Labour Party counsel requested permission to turn to page 6 of the 8th schedule, which contained documents relating to results from 13 local government areas in Edo State. However, it appeared that the documents were not prepared in a state fit for tendering as evidence. So, instead, they requested to submit the documents from Akwa Ibom State, which were duly tendered and entered into evidence. Subsequently, the lead counsel for Labour Party, Levi Uzoku, requested an adjournment from the court. She said, "My lord, we have less than 30 minutes left to conclude today's hearing, so let us resume tomorrow, my lord. We still have a few documents to tender, but we will continue tomorrow, my lord." The presiding judge agreed, saying, "Okay, this petition is now adjourned to tomorrow, June 14th at 9 a.m. The judge also announced that the other case involving Atiku Abubakar will resume at 2 p.m. As soon as the Labour Party case was adjourned, the PDP arrived at the tribunal with their own television, fully prepared for the presentation of their evidence. It will be an understatement to say that INEC and the APC are facing serious trouble for their involvement in the election theft.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. I believe you really enjoyed this very aspect of the video. You can see, you can hear from Tribunal Live. That's a full recording from Tribunal Live. That's what is happening at the Tribunal right now. Peter Obi's lawyer go to court with a lot of evidence because the court demanded for 50 evidence. And I so much believe that if the court should demand for 200 evidence, Peter Obi will bring them out for them. You know, when they conducted the election on the 25th of February, when Peter Obi was leading, a lot of manipulation and magic happened with the Beavers, IREF, and all of that through INEC and you know, Bulaba and all of that, you understand? And before 4 p.m., INEC announced Tinubu as the president-elect immediately without wasting time. And a lot of people were thinking that maybe the inauguration will not take place, but the inauguration take place on May 29, and that alone made Peter Obi to be very strong and persistent in going to court trying to reclaim his mandate. So Peter Obi will be in the court showcasing his evidences regarding the election and all of that. He showcased a lot of media evidence according to what you just listened to right now. He showcased a lot of physical evidence and a the documented evidence. A lot of it, Peter Obi showcased it to the tribunal. But one thing is happening and it keep happening in the court. But the judge have seen to it today. APC lawyers don't come to court with evidences. All they do is whenever Peter Obi's lawyer tender their evidences in different states all across Nigeria, APC lawyer objecting the motion. They keep objecting the evidences. And what they are doing is the more they are objecting the evidences, the more the time will be going, and there will be no time for Peter Obi's lawyer to tender the remaining evidences, assuming the evidence that they tender that they're supposed to spend 15 minutes on. Once APC lawyer objects the evidence, it may take up to 1 hour 30 minutes for them to finish that evidence. So that thing is slowing down the process. It's slowing down the process for Labour Party lawyer, and the time is against Labour Party lawyer, Peter Obi lawyer already. Now the judge see to it. He noticed that this process is very slow, and the judge detected that it is the objection that APC lawyer are making. 4 APC lawyers can make objection the same time. They notice that the objection that APC lawyers are making, that is what is slowing down the process, and the judge really wants Peter Obi's lawyer to tender their evidence finish so that he can take the necessary evidences against the APC. So the judge blast the APC's lawyer today, as you can hear from the tribunal right now. They blast the APC's lawyer for objecting the motion because the judge have detected that the thing is slowing down the process. Obedient, what do you guys think? Do you really think with all the evidences of Peter Obi that is showcasing in the tribunal, do you really think he can unseat Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Because a lot of people believe that once there is a sitting president, once Tinubu is inaugurated, it will be very hard for Peter Obi to unseat him. But the good news there is that Peter Obi can unseat Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but it will be after 60 days of the process. Now we are still in the tribunal, but the whole process will end at the Supreme Court. Obedience, drop your opinion in the comment section of this video and keep following us for the full update regarding what is happening in the tribunal. But guess what? A lot of things will keep happening in the tribunal, and we'll be bringing them back to you here. We're giving you the back-to-back update about what is happening in the tribunal. Peter Obi is out there trying to claim his mandate, and a lot of people are out there trying to stop him. And Tinubu himself tried to stop him by saying that Peter Obi and some other people like Atiku are truncated democracy, and he said they are going to face the wrath of the law for truncated democracy. But the question here is, who is really truncated democracy? Who truncated democracy on February 25th? Who bring out thugs to intimidate voters? Who bully voters? Who tell voters to go home if they are not voting for APC? Is it not the same person that is saying that someone is truncated democracy that did all those shenanigan acts in course of the election? What do you guys think? Drop your opinion in the comment section of the video. I'm going to trend for you. And sure you follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and at LAJUPOG Entertainment, on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye. Have a nice day.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Why you waiting for church? All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.